Hi, Taurus. Thank you so much for tuning in. I do apologize for the late post. Long story short, I've been in 3 countries in the past 2 weeks, so do bear with me. I just got back from the airport about half an hour ago. And the first thing I'm doing is completing the readings. I posted about 3. Had a card pop out here. The Devil. Oops. All right. So for Taurus, please, for the month of June 2017. Put this on this side here. Okay, so the Devil, something to do with overcoming certain challenges. Oops. All right, so I'm going to show you how the cards fell like this. This one is side up. Death. Okay, right next to the Devil, transformation, changes, the death of certain challenges, the transformation through certain challenges. For June for Taurus. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, you see this makes sense. The Knight of Swords, at least in this deck. All right, the Knight of Swords is impulsive. There's anger there. I'm not sure, this sounds very familiar to another sign. Was it you last month who had a similar reading? There is anger, there is frustration or irritation, something to do with this challenge, this transformation. You're on the verge, it feels like, of getting over something that's really riling you up inside. You don't like it. You're not liking this, okay? Oh, there's something sticky on the table. All right. Sorry about that, guys. That's what happens when, you leave the keys to your place to your brother. You know how brothers are. So, right. Yeah, there's something that is, I'm getting that it's there and you're coping with it best you can, okay? But July, I have the Devil and then Death, right? This challenge, whatever this is that is really pulling your strings, pushing your buttons, this month, Taurus, is an opportunity to transform that, to overcome that, or to really let this month be the death of this, whatever this is. All right, let's see what else Tarot can tell us about that. 7 of Swords. Okay. What you want is stability, is solid ground. You want this to be done and over with. You don't like this turbulence. You don't like this up and down, this back and forth, this string that is being pulled. There's some hook inside of you that keeps being triggered, okay? And this hook is causing frustration or impulsiveness, or it's really making you feel angry inside, or one of the forms of anger, such as irritation, frustration, even anxious. Yeah, that's right. Anxious can be a form of anger. And you want to be here, you want stability, you want it to be over with. You just finally want that peace and quiet. You want things to run smoothly. You kind of want to grow up and grow out of this. You want your life to grow up and grow out of this. Okay? But your focus, Taurus, at least from what the cards are telling me, is to shortcut it. Is to find a shortcut, or to an easy way out. Give me a solution. Give me an answer. I don't want to be here. You know what I mean? This is part of the Devil. This is part of that temptation. There is an opportunity to transform, but there are no shortcuts. Okay, if you really want to get here, this place of, it's over, it's done, I'm in a better place. That hook That string, that button, I mean, whatever analogy you want to use is no longer active. It cannot be activated. Do you see what I'm saying? To get here, it seems like you're focusing on a shortcut or an easy way out or a solution or give me an answer. And I can tell you right now, without reading the next cards that are going to come up, the solution, you're not going to find the solution outside of yourself. You're not going to find the answer seeking advice or seeking, doing your research or analyzing or evaluating. Okay, that's not to say, don't seek guidance in certain forms. I'm saying the answer itself will not be by means that are outside of yourself. Because it looks like you may be wanting a shortcut, an easy way out, and that makes sense. And that's actually very common because we don't like being here. Who likes being here? It's uncomfortable for a reason. I mean, hello, who wants to be angry or frustrated or in a position of something that kind of disturbs the inner waters, I often say, right? No one who wants to be there. We all want this. And it looks like this month, Taurus, this is the challenge. Okay, but there are no shortcuts. A lot of major arcanas here. Literally half of the cards. So I can tell you this right now, at least from what I'm getting here. Okay, if we create our own realities, okay, and it's a little bit dangerous what I'm about to tell you, Taurus, so please be very mindful as you listen. We create our own realities. The fact that you are focusing on a shortcut, an easy way out, is dangerous because you can manifest that. Okay, now here's where you really need to be careful. You may manifest an easy way out, a shortcut, but that will only lead you to, it will get you out of this place. It will not be a solution, but it will distract from here. It will take you away from here where you are. Okay? What's dangerous about that is you can be on top, you can conquer this, you can be victorious. But if you take a shortcut or an easy way out, or if you don't actually go to the source of the problem, go to the root of the problem, you will be a king and you will come out on top, but it will be on a superficial surface level. Okay, it will not. It's kind of like when you have an illness or a disease or stress or something of that sort. Okay, whatever, name whatever resonates with you. You can take a pill, all right? You can take certain tablets, certain medicines. You will feel better. The symptoms will go away. But the disease or the illness or the disturbance, dis-ease, you're not at ease, it will still be there. It will simply be temporarily relieved by superficial means, medication, certain pills. Of course, take this with a grain of salt. I mean it as a metaphor. Of course, there are certain infections or antibiotics that need to be taken regardless. That's not what I'm talking about here. And I think you know exactly what I mean, Taurus. So again, be very careful, because if you continue to focus on, getting goosebumps, sorry, if you continue to focus on, okay, on cheating your way, for lack of a better word, cheating, okay, cheating your way out of this, out of whatever this is that's making you angry, frustrated, or without peace on the inside. If you cheat your way out of this, and again, I'm treading on dangerous territory, you can cheat your way out of this. But I'm trusting that you will understand this in the mindful, higher awareness, higher consciousness way. Because we can manifest our own realities, we can find that shortcut. But again, this will only be superficial. We have the devil here. Do not gamble with the devil, be careful. Because we have the death card, there's an opportunity. You know what, let me raise this a bit. Okay, there is an opportunity for transformation. There is opportunity for this to die. Okay, it's coming out a little harsh. There's an opportunity for this situation, whatever this is, to disappear and transform into a lesson, into wisdom. But the devil, I mean, it flew right out of my hands. I hope that was caught on camera as I was shuffling. Okay, do not gamble with the devil. You can find shortcuts. You can sell your soul. You can come out a king on top, but you will be holding a coin. It will be a superficial achievement, a superficial overcoming. Okay? Now, I have here the Hanging Man and the Sun. Now, here's what's beautiful about it. Okay? The cards in this case are not lying because you can see them here. I have the Hanging Man, and there's a reason I'm emphasizing this, okay? And then the Sun, which happened to fall into the advice and additional advice columns. Hanging Man I see in two interpretations in this reading, Taurus. One, paradox. You can find a solution. You can get out of this place. You can relieve the symptoms. You can find relief. You can put this behind you. You can get away from this, the shortcut, non-authentic way. You can. And you will come out a king on top. But again, it will be superficial. It will be surface level. Okay? On the other hand, this is the duality of the paradox. On the other hand, why the Death card? This can transform into this, the stability, and this focus that you have on shortcuts can transform into a lesson. How? Best example that comes to my mind at the moment, and I hope it resonates, for instance, addiction. Okay, very common. We all have had some sort of addiction, be it drugs, alcohol, shopping, sugar, chocolate, sex, parties, YouTube, Facebook, whatever. Okay. We can learn from that. We can either fulfill that craving, shortcut to escape. Let me just check my phone. Let me just check Facebook. Let me just one more hit, one more drink, and this will go away. All right, this inner turmoil, to put it harshly. Or, again, the paradox of the Hanging Man. I can take that pill. I can use that drug. I can call my ex. I can do whatever I'm being tempted to make this go away. But if I take a mindful approach and realize that I am being tempted, again, remember you're playing with the devil this month. I mean, for lack of a better words, not actual devil, but you understand what I'm saying. Temptation. She's beautiful. Look at her. She's beautifully dressed up. She has a beautiful gown. She has wings and this kind of peacock-like crown. She's holding, a naked man and woman, figures of masculine, feminine. Okay? She's appealing. But if we take the mindful approach, well, it is appealing. But why do I have this temptation? Again, it's a symptom of something deeper rooted. If I'm craving sugar, it means I want it in my system. It means it will make me feel good. Well, why don't I feel good without the sugar? Do you see what I'm saying? You can take a mindful approach because you can take the shortcut, eat that sugar, feel great, pop on Netflix, and all is well, your evening is set. But remember, how's this saying go? It's very, it really resonated with me. Let me share it with you. Just give me a moment to remember. Here we go. The correct path is not always the easiest one. Okay? Sometimes, and that's what I'm getting in this case for you this month, Taurus, sometimes it gets bad, and it needs to get bad because that's the only way you'll get onto the path that will take you to better places. Sometimes the path that is laid with temptations, urges. It's like that movie Pan's Labyrinth. If you've seen it, she walks into this room and she's told not to eat any of the food, but it's grapes and fresh fruit and strawberries, and it's also beautifully presented and laid out, and it's shiny and it's moist and it's delicious, and she can't help herself. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we need to walk past that table of delicious, savory fruit and hold on to that temptation to get to the other side, to enter that door, to get to where we need to go. Okay? Again, Devil's the first card that popped up. That was my first clue before the reading even started. This is something that it looks like you're going to be having the opportunity to work through this month, Taurus. Okay? And again, the Death card right after that. So, major arcanas are universal truth. The Devil, right? We all got devils, we all got demons. Okay, we all have challenges. They may appear easy to others, they can be incredibly difficult for us. That doesn't matter. We all have challenges. Inevitable, all right? But the Death card is also inevitable. You can either choose to transform that temptation into a lesson, into, oh, sticky again, into wisdom, all right? Or the way I'm seeing it right now, and I'm going to try to put it into words best I can. Without birth, there is no death. Without death, there is no birth. It's that circle. This month is an opportunity for that circle, that loop. Either when that opportunity comes along, you learn from these temptations from this devil, okay, whatever it is that's causing this, and you apply it for your greater good and turn it into wisdom and move forward that way. Or as that loop comes along, this is what I'm getting, Taurus, and I apologize if I'm being harsh, but it's really coming through strongly. If this cycle passes this month, okay, and you choose the shortcut, you choose the easy way out, again, you always have a choice. There's nothing right or wrong about this choice. Don't think it's wrong if you choose a shortcut. Remember, we all learn our lessons in our own due time. There is no wrong decision. We all learn at different paces. Okay, so don't think this is bad. But as guidance, right, if you decide to do this, this loop of transformation will close for quite some time. Now, by that, I don't mean years and years and years. I'm getting at least 2 or 3 months before this opportunity comes along again. So, again, I'm sorry that this is late reading, but something tells me that it was meant to be now. There's an opportunity. This loop is going to come along and it's going to close. And you have a choice. Again, hanging man. Now, that's the first meaning of the hanging man, okay? That paradox. Second meaning is he's hanging upside down, which is causing him enlightenment. Why? He's seeing things from a completely other perspective, which goes hand in hand with the whole paradox. You can see it as temptation, wanting a shortcut to get out of this, you know, making friends with that devil or whatever that is that's causing this. Or you can flip upside down, look at it from a different perspective, you know, try to be mindful why. It's very individual, but why am I feeling this way? Why do I have this temptation? Why do I want this shortcut? What is it about this shortcut that's so appealing, that's so seductive? What root of the issue do I not want to look at? Am I afraid to look at it? Or is it really uncomfortable? Or do I feel ashamed or embarrassed if I see myself at the root of this problem? Would I rather mask it? You have that choice. But you flip that perspective, you can look at it that way as well. Then I have the Sun, which is a beautiful message to wrap it up all together, Taurus. Regardless the choice you make, okay, regardless the shortcut, regardless if you choose your mask, regardless if you choose the easier way out. Or regardless if you go right to the source and you dive head deep into whatever it is causing this, you face your demons, you take that opportunity to jump out of this loop that is this. Because what is addiction? As my example, it's a loop. It's a fix, and then it's a feel good, and then it's a coming down, and then it's a craving, and then it's a fix, and then it's a... You get what I'm saying, right? Beautiful way to end this message. The sun. Taurus, all will be okay. You are okay. If you choose the shortcut, the mask, whatever, you will still be okay. Trust your journey. Trust your lessons. All will be okay. This is part of the human experience. Do not feel down on yourself if you choose the easy way out, because deep down you are aware that you're not going to find solutions externally. If you are not ready to face whatever it is that's causing this, whatever demons, that's okay. You will come out on top in the end anyways. You do not see this like, let me find the words. You may not see it like this right now. This is a beautiful journey. And I often repeat in my readings and to my clients, the harder your journey, the wiser the lessons, okay? The universe doesn't give us more than we can handle. If you are going through something that is tearing you up inside, it simply means that you are strong enough to endure it. You are strong enough to learn the lessons, okay? We're not lobsters being thrown in boiling water, or whatever the expression is. I think you know what I mean. Okay, Taurus. So that's what I have for June. Try to be mindful. Okay. You do have a choice, remember. In the end, everything will be okay. Trust your journey, trust your decisions. And try not to be hard on yourself. Again, I'm going to use the example of addiction. If you relapse, that is part of the recovery. That does not mean you're back at square one. That does not mean you dove into the darkness or into whatever it is you feel it may have shoved you back into. That is part of the journey. That is part of the learning. That is part of the growth. You will still see the sun, okay, at the end of all of this. Let's see if I can get anything else. Right, thank you. So, again, this card, this king, this superficial king, okay, above him sits the Knight of Swords. Whatever this turmoil is, whatever this is that's making you uncomfortable, it's upon superficial means. I'm not going to say illusion, it's not an illusion. It's based on surface stuff. It's not a soul level frustration. Do you see what I'm saying? These surface frustrations, anger, impulsiveness, whatever, sits upon superficial things. That's how we learn. That's the point of being part of the human experience. Do you see what I'm saying? How can we have soul growth, spiritual learning, higher consciousness experiences without superficial things to kind of push us that way? We are in a superficial world. We are 3D. We are human. We are incarnated. We have bodies. Okay, so this sits upon that. Superficiality, materialism, physics of it all. Physical. Okay. Where you want to be for this to be over and just stability and just calm is on top of the hanging man. It sits upon a shift in perspective. It sits upon hanging upside down, looking at things from a completely different way in order to be enlightened. Okay? And the shortcuts that you may be looking for, the easy way out, sits upon the sun. Why? Because this is part of the journey. Because this is part of the learning. This is part of what will bring you to that sunshine. Okay? No lessons are easy. The harder the lesson, the more we learn, right? And then, of course, we have the devil and death. There's that loop. And the devil sits upon the death card. Why? Because it can be transformed. You can transform this experience. See what I'm saying? So that's what I have this month for you, Taurus. I hope that was helpful. And kudos to you for, being strong in this. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next month.